Who's telling your story? Do you have a story? Have you heard a great story? Do you compare your story to their story? All of us have a story. Life just asks, are we willing to tell it? Everyone has a testimony. But the test is, will you tell your testimony? But when you're judging yourself based on someone else's story, when you bring all kinds of unwelcome characters into your story that begin to play the role of villain, ex-spouses, bad friends, dysfunctional business partners, even our own negative self-talk can totally disrupt our story. And for many of us, we begin to think that's our story, but that's not our story. You write your story. I write my story. Thought number 42, let's see what it has for us. As a child, I followed in my parents' footsteps. As I've gotten older, I've begun to create my own. As a child, I followed in my parents' footsteps. But as I've gotten older, I've begun to make my own. You see, many of us have a story to tell, but if not careful, we're telling our parents' story. We're telling our mother's story, our father's story, our grandparents' story, our racial story, but we're not telling our story. We've gotten lost in other people's story, and it's time for you to turn that page and begin being very, very intentional with what you do with your life, who you cast into your story, who you allow to join in this movie of you. We have options. This view, this scenery, all this nature was but a choice. $5 extra of gas in the gas tank, and I can add this picturesque background to my story. So I'm out here today trying to encourage you to tap into nature, to reconnect yourself, but disconnect yourself in such a way that you can sit down with a pen, a pad, and journal in a place such as this. Will you tell your story? Have you told your story? Will you let their story be their story? That's something to think about. I encourage you to send me an email if you have any questions or suggestions to thoughttribe@mail.com. If you're on Facebook, join our community, the Thought Tribe. If you're one of those folks that loves quotes, witty sayings, and always looking for something new to think about, download the app, Think About It, in both the Apple and Android store. My name again is Johnnie Williams, and I appreciate you taking a moment with me. And until we see each other again, I say peace. Have a wonderful week. Always 2 fingers together and never apart. I'll see you soon.